Hello and welcome to another shit week of bad news and idiot politicians and the world going to shit. I went to bed one night, me and my co-host here, Copeland, who runs the Copeland channel.
Not together.
We're not together, no. We both woke up the next morning in our respective dimensions. And we somehow ended up in a parallel fucking universe.
Like I'm in a parallel universe. I feel like a slider.
We slid through dimensions and we've ended up, I don't know where.
So
I present to you this week Copeland. Please check out his channel, and I'm by the gods of science fiction. And we're here and we have a lot to cover this week. So from the very dark, deep depths of the Mirrorverse of Portsmouth, I present to you Copeland.
Thank you, and sorry for interrupting your lovely sort of build-up into
I've forgiven you.
Show. I was chatting away there, and of course you're trying to build me up, and like, hey, it's my co-host. First of all, apologies for being away for the last 2 or 3 weeks again. There's been so much going on my end, all sorts of family things, house moving things, and all sorts of stressful things. It has been pretty bad. But I obviously we've had a lot going on in the world of science fiction. So we are going to basically talk about, obviously, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. There's the new Predator movie trailer that's coming out there. There's all this Doctor Who stuff. So, Martin, which one of these many topics? Because we want to
I don't know where to start. I mean,
I don't know either.
No, we had, like, 2 weeks ago, there were nothing. I mean, we were sat like, well, there's that and there's this, and that was it,
Nothing major.
And then suddenly, in 2 weeks, we've had more trailers, more everything.
So
yeah, and I've just been gobsmacked by it all. I've been trying to post it, and I thought, should I review any of this? But I've been too busy.
So. Well, look, let's focus first of all on all the news with the new Doctor Who. So, since the last show, we have now officially got, quote, the next Doctor. Although it's obviously a he again now. He might not be technically the 14th Doctor. He may well be the 15th Doctor, because in between Jodie and Ncuti Gatwa, I think his name is. We have a bit of a revelation which really will make the 60th anniversary quite special, and that is Mr. David Tennant is returning to the role of a Doctor. It's not appearing to be a flashback. It is looking like the Doctor is going to have a degeneration of some sort and end up back in his 10th Doctor form. Now, personally, I think it's a wonderful idea. It's never been done before. It's very obvious that's the way they're going, and somehow he's going to get back involved with Donna Noble, and it looks like Donna Noble's daughter is going to be the next companion of this Ncuti Doctor whenever he starts in 2013. So we know that
2013.
Yeah, because obviously we've got the special this year, so it's
2023, not 2000.
Oh, what am I saying? Sorry, God Almighty, 2023.
Yeah, we
sounds so far
back in time. All of it. Have we gone back in time?
I don't know. You see, this is what happens. You see, I'm lost in time now. I think it's just all this bloody Doctor Who news. 2023. So we have got this actress called Yasmin Finney. I've never heard of her. Apparently she's trans, so there we go. And obviously there's a lot going on with who they've hired for this new era of Doctor Who. So obviously Ncuti Gatwa will be the first Doctor of colour, this is very lovely. This is something which has been brewing up for a long time, and it's been shown in canon. You know, like the very first Master we saw back in 1968 was technically of an Arabic descent or appearance, and of course after that he changed. So this is
he was Spanish.
Was he? I thought he was Arabic.
I think Delgado was Spanish. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise, but he wasn't obviously. He was not pure Caucasian. He was obviously of the Spanish, whatever the correct term is.
Be careful what you're saying there, mate. You're going to be around your house tomorrow, I'll tell you.
All right. Okay. I actually thought he was more Arabic than Spanish, but if he
he might be, but he's part Spanish.
Well, hola, whatever he is. So this is something they've done before, and of course now I have to say, from what I've seen with all the casting of the new Doctor Who, now look, I've got to be careful what I'm saying here. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to put it out this. If the actors that are in the new Doctor Who have been chosen for what they think they can contribute to the legacy, and they're going to be great in the roles, and it's going to be wonderful, then great. I'm really, really happy, and hopefully this new era of Russell T Davies too is going to be fantastic. If, however, a certain BBC executive handed Russell T Davies a little piece of paper with lots of little squares on where Russell T Davies had to tick all the boxes off, then all I can say is that Russell T Davies, for what I can see, has ticked off every box under the sun. He will get an A+ for box ticking in this new era. So if that's the way that's going, then that's the way it's going. I just think a doctor should be someone who's just chosen, and he may well have been chosen just for his abilities, and that's fine. If it's ticking lots of boxes, then I'm a little bit more kind of like, is it the BBC again overly emphasising on political correctness rather than the skills of the actors in question? So I suppose I have to ask you, do you feel the same? Are you indifferent? I should really ask, what do you think, or do you not care? I mean, it doesn't matter either way. What do you think, Martin? I love it. Is this going to be edited out? Go on.
If they all come round my house tomorrow, if they're outside my house tomorrow with the banners, right, I'm going to sue you, right?
I'm just saying.
Right. On a serious note, I'm not.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently, David Tennant's going to be. There's 3 specials with him, right?
Yeah, and then
this is what's rumoured, right?
Yes.
So so we're going to get the 3 specials most of next year, right?
Yes, right.
So, and then in comes the new dude, right?
Yes.
Now, I haven't got a problem with this. What's his name again?
Ncuti Gatwa.
Ncuti Gatwa. I don't know anything about Ncuti Gatwa. I've seen a clip of him on YouTube. Yep. Apparently, he's in a sitcom. It's a massive hit. He's very good in it.
Or something. Yeah,
and he's very like Julian Clary in it, apparently. And you know, so from what I know, I don't have a problem with that. No. Right now, this guy could be one of the best actors out there. So I'm excited about it. Now, good luck to the guy.
Absolutely.
Now, I did read the trans thing, and. Now we have suffered 3 years of being patronised, and I'm sick to death of that.
Well, that's why I felt we should bring this up in a fair way.
Yeah. But I don't care if this person is trans or what. I just, it doesn't affect my life, right? No. But now the problem, now if we end up getting patronised in episodes and it's all shoved down your throat, then I'm gonna get worried about it.
That is what I'm a bit fearful of. That is a factor that I'm a bit worried about.
Judgment Day is being held off until all this starts.
Starts off in 2024, probably.
Now, if Russell T Davies has done what I think he's done, he's pulled a blinder, and if they're bringing Tennant back through this weird regeneration thing, and the comedian lady, Catherine
Tate.
Bringing her back, which I think
like her. She's
great.
Catherine Tate's brilliant.
I think it's great that if they're bringing these 2 back, and I liked how he was dressed in black and all this, so there's something weird going on.
Sure.
I'm open to it. I like this. I've never done it before.
Yeah,
it's new. It's exciting.
Yeah.
But the thing of the trans actress and all this, I'm not bothered. If this person is awesome as an assistant, I don't have a problem.
I agree. And
what I am worried about, I don't want to go back to Chibnall shit. I just don't want to go there. I don't. So, but I'm excited. I think Russell T Davies has got on this by its bollocks, and he's turned it around wonderfully. What a genius idea! Tennant back somehow for 3 episodes. specials,
regenerate into another Doctor,
and then regenerates into the
Into the
15th
new one,
Doctor.
the 15th
I think is superb.
Sure.
And then because it's like they're erasing the memory of Jodie Whittaker as well.
Well, but it makes you wonder. Then, obviously, Chibnall was blamed for a lot of failures in his era, partly again through the BBC's tick box agenda, which I've already mentioned before. So, like I said, I mean, one thing I do concede is obviously that Doctor Who, since its return, has been back nearly 20 years, and the world has changed. And you know, I kind of, I don't know, I just see the BBC. This is just generally, not just Doctor Who, as a mess. I just don't trust the BBC in their content. I think that most of the stuff they make is pure shite, and it's a shame.
Mate, I didn't even know it was FA Cup on Sunday till yesterday.
Well, I
didn't know.
I
thought we'd had it. I forgot all it. Somebody said, "Did you watch FA Cup?" I said, "When was that on?" Look at them, he's stunned like, what? I didn't even know who played in it.
I have no idea. I don't follow it.
I didn't know. I don't register at BBC. You know, BBC's gone really up its own backside recently.
Oh, absolutely.
And I agree with that, but I don't want to see it get demolished. You know, it's like Channel 4. I don't bother with Channel 4.
No, it's still going there. It's still in the
know,
background.
if they sell it, I couldn't care less.
No,
I know they say all this, but you know, I don't
like the
watch
BBC
it.
News. I think the BBC News is excellent.
Well, it's the highest rated viewing thing in the country is BBC News.
Yeah,
people might knock the BBC and say all this, but it's
news
the most watched news channel in the country.
And I always look at their website, the new BBC News website.
Yeah, I do.
That's where I get my news from.
Yeah.
And it's excellent. So, but that's it. I just don't really like anything that they make.
I don't trust them with anything.
No, I don't.
Now.
This is War of the Worlds. I mentioned
War of the Worlds. You and I.
Day of the Triffids was another one.
You and I, for a year, were very excited about.
Oh, I was. It was one of my all-time
because
favorite
we saw about
stories.
6-second clip of it, and we knew because we heard rumours of it, and then when we saw the clip, confirmed it existed, and then it arrived. And let's
bad mess. It was just a pile of shite, basically.
I'm glad I don't pay £145 a year for that, you know, because if that's all they could come up with. Now I watched Doctor Who, obviously loyal to it, still am loyal to it.
Me too, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not going to knock Whittaker. I mean, there's been one or two sort of decent-ish episodes. I think they lost the plot with the Timeless Child thing. There were no reason to go there, and I think they got lost in the plot, because that's never going to get resolved now. It's not going to get
this.
resolved.
I mean, you had this in Doctor Who where certain things are lost. Another example is the 8th Doctor, where he was half human on his mother's side. And then, of course, that disappeared into God knows what. But we know that
disappeared, didn't it?
And you just have to go along with it. And I think what would happen with the Timeless Child is that it's something which potentially was the origins of the Doctor, and it'll just be forgotten, and it'll be a
basically what they've done is Star Trek plot holes. Remember when Kirk first met the Romulans and they had a big war with them, but they never saw the bodies for 100.
So
and then we get Enterprise that was just so advanced that you're gonna see the bodies, you know.
Exactly.
Plot holes.
Long-term sci-fi will always have plot holes to a degree.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think you got to although you're going to be aware of it, you can't let it be that serious. Otherwise, you won't.
No.
You can get so wrapped up into all of it, and it's not. It's just a TV show to enjoy. So obviously, Doctor Who, interesting things practically every day. I mean, I saw that Bernard Cribbins is back.
He is.
As Wilf, and he's 93, and there's some shots of him with Donna's mother. And he's in a wheelchair, and I just thought, I mean, as someone who loves Dalek Invasion of Earth 2150 AD, it's just great. It's great seeing him. I think he's I've always been a big fan of Bernard Cribbins from everything I've seen from the Wombles.
It's just such a lovely. I loved him in Railway Children.
You can tell he's just a really, really nice guy. He loves his job. He's very good at what he does. and I think it's great. So
well, he's a national treasure.
Oh, he is. I mean, he's a fair age now, but he's still working, and it's still good luck to him. Good luck to him. I hope he goes on for many a year to come. So, obviously, Doctor Who, major stuff. I cannot wait for this to get more information and bounce off you. But like I said, let's just see. I was kind of like, what? I've had some surprises in the last couple of weeks with all this going on. So, well, let's just. What we need now is it's not going to be on for at least another year and a half. All this stuff. So we've got plenty of time to sort of get used to the idea of all the stuff that they're coming in, and let's see it. I mean, in the end, with science fiction, you have to be relatively open-minded. I think that's a factor, and we are both sci-fi enthusiasts. So, it's just now we've got to get used to this new idea. And again, Doctor Who, like the Star Trek shows, they have to reinvent themselves to a degree to remain fresh, and that's what Russell T Davies is doing. So, this could be a wonderful era coming. It seems off at the moment, but it's too early to tell. So there we go for Doctor Who. Now, the other franchise, which is a big thing to talk about now, which finally had a chat because we've seen the first 2 episodes, and that is, of course, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And let me just start off and say that so far, I bloody love it. I think you agree with that sound effect. So tell me what you think about it.
I saw the first episode. Even last week's episode. I've got no complaints with any of it.
I love the characters.
The minute he walks on that bridge and sits in that big chair, I am watching Star Trek.
Oh, that's
right. I know it's an updated version of Star Trek. It's going to be different, but I thought the pilot episode was a masterpiece. And politically,
this feels like genuine stuff. It wasn't too
politically.
Go on.
No. Politically, somebody said to me, it was very reminiscent of today's problems. I loved it when he beamed into that government building when they were arguing both sides on that planet, and they were like freaking out. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he told him, he said, "Look, I've got a bigger stick than you." Yeah, and the ship just floated down.
Floats down,
and they were all shitting themselves and says basic. And the ending were wonderful because they'd all had this new focus, and they can join this federation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was just awesome. And I thought last week's episode was really intelligent.
With the meteorite,
the comet that is going round creating life. It's his job. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was superb, and I think Anson Mount has nailed this, and I can't wait for tomorrow's episode.
I like all of it. The thing is, all the new characters. I love Hemmer. I knew Hemmer was going to be funny. The blind Anon.
Oh yeah. Edmund Spock's retorts are hilarious.
Yeah, he reminds me a bit of Odo. I mean, I'm trying to memorize all the new characters. Obviously, there is Ortegas. See, this is good. I want to remember the names. Ortegas. She's good. Laan Noonien Singh. Obviously, he relates to Khan. I remember that because they sound similar. And then, of course, you've got Christine Chapel. Una is the name of number 1. And all these names I already remember after just 2 episodes. I'm still struggling with the bridge crew on Voyager, on Discovery. So now I know Detmer and... Go on.
Do you know the scene I loved? Right? It was very reminiscent of DS9 when Uhura turned up at the captain's quarters where he's cooking dinner for his bridge crew.
Uniform.
And it's all casual, and they all start taking piss out of her. And so, well, even he says, "What you dressed up for?" In dress uniform, he gets the crew together.
Cisco did that. There was an episode of
he
Cisco
did that at least once a year.
He was cooking beets like this, and Odo was trying to stir the beets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was stirring in a funny way with his head.
Yeah.
And it was a kind of casual, informal thing.
But it created
that. Star Trek shows have done. They've not done that.
It created that straight away. You got that family environment with it.
Actually, Archer did that. Archer did that as well. Archer
he did.
Have some get-together. So again, that's a bit like Archer. It's a bit like Cisco. Picard didn't really do that.
No.
Kirk didn't do that either, really, particularly. No. And obviously, Discovery. Well, Discovery, he was on there, Anson Mount, but he wasn't there long enough to be properly. He was kind of like an acting captain, wasn't he? He wasn't like properly.
And every time I see that ship, my heart just
Do you like
goes.
the new ship? Do you like it?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it does really feel like the classic. And they've done the back of the engines, the nacelles, like the original Cage, where it hasn't got those little round balls at the end. It's like the grills. And that's a very clever tie-in. I can work with this. I can. It's good.
It's only took them nearly 6 years to figure it out.
They're finally getting it now. And I'm hoping, and this is something which I think they should really keep in mind, make Discovery Season 5 episodes which are no more than 2 or 3 parters. Make it so there's lots of little standalone. This is what actually I think is the crux of the problem since Star Trek has returned. They keep making these big season arcs.
Not work.
And it's not working.
We said this a month ago.
Not working again, and that's what
we had a big chat about this.
Yes, we did, didn't we?
Because when it was like next gen, you got 2 3-part stories, works wonderfully. Enterprise did 24 episodes. I know you liked season.
I did like the indie arc. Actually,
I want a fan of season 3.
Fair enough. A lot of people.
For me, they could have done that in 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And then moved on.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a long time, isn't it, for one season, obviously. But I mean, it was 26 episodes for this indie arc, 26 or 24. It was quite a lot. But as you say, even with the Picard, it was only 10 episodes. But I just think that what they should do for Discovery Season 5 was Enterprise, where they had like 1 or 2 parters. 2 or 3 parters and some
just knocked a load of monster on my desk.
What's happening? What have you done to yourself?
I knocked my can of monster over.
Oh no! Do you want to clean yourself off?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Not all sticky and horrible now. I haven't got a brand new T-shirt either.
No.
So go back. A good season so far. It's only 2 episodes in. The trailer for episode 3, where it's something with light or something, which looks good as well. Some great ideas. So let's see what happens.
No, it works. Hey, do you know? I feel so sorry for him as well, because when he looks at things, he sees that future of his reflection.
Yeah, and they are focusing on that a lot.
And I think I said in my review last week, I said maybe not this season, but we're going to get an episode where he's going to get a chance to change that.
Change it, yeah, that seems quite an obvious
But there'd be such a high price for him to do it, he won't be able to do it. It'll be either that choice or his crew dies, and he can't get out of his set fate.
Because as he gets closer to his fate, maybe he gets more aware of it, sort of like becoming imminent.
Because Noonien Sung's daughter, I've forgotten it, she turned around and said something about, well, if you've got so much time, it's about living your life. And he were still feeling quite sorry for himself, like we can't blame him freaking out. No. And she said, well, if you've got time left, you live your life. And he went, what? And that's when he sort of acted on that planet. But I do feel for him, because he's got a decade. And last week he was looking at the people who were still kids who were going to be cadets on that ship. And I really feel for him, because he's such a great, but this is going to be interesting.
It is. It's going to be really interesting. I have no idea how the show is going to go. But again, we were singing Picard Season 2's praises by episodes 2 and 3, and then it went down. I don't think that's going to happen with Strange New Worlds. I don't think.
No, I don't mind. I think we'll probably get a big 2-parter somewhere in this. Not a problem.
Yeah, and you probably get 1 or 2 Duff episodes, because that's fair.
Of course you will. You always get the Duff episode.
Yeah, of course you do.
But I don't find it patronising. I don't find it. Some people said it's a bit, it's getting all woke and all that. I don't think it was.
No, not this. No, not this one.
I found it carried the spirit of Star Trek. Did this,
it wasn't.
And I don't care if anybody wants to shoot me down for that. I felt it.
No, I've got no problems with it. At the moment, they're doing a grand job. And I think the thing is that the makers of Star Trek, the new CBS guys, they do listen to the fans. They did try with Picard, and I still think Picard Season 3...
Yeah, but they should have listened to fans 6 bloody years ago.
I don't know why. I know they have their own ideas, and when they work out it's not working out, then they finally capitulate to what the fans are saying. You're right. They should have done, but they didn't. And that's why they wasted the first 2 or 3. But I still quite like Discovery Season 2.
I mean, it's not about... I know, the people are into all this saying there's some like this Hollywood agenda and they're all trying to force it on it. It's all bollocks, that to me. I want good writing, I want a decent story, and I want to be able to come on here and say, what a fantastic episode. and I thought about it for several days.
Yeah,
I'd done that.
And I rewatched them as well. I watched them both.
I've watched them 3 times.
I watched them both twice now.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's really, really good. I'm really excited again. It feels like Star Trek is finally back after 2005. So, but then we said that in Picard. Look, Picard. Actually, we won't. We're going to focus a bit on that later on. But yeah, it's got its ups and downs.
This is going to be interesting.
So look,
it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
So let's have a think. So we've got a few minutes. Obviously, we've got the Zoom thing, which will run out in about 5 or 6 minutes. So because we've got some news as well. So any other things, comments about the new Star Trek series that you want to see, or anything else from that?
Are we coming back on after the 45 minutes? Are we coming back on?
What we'll do is we've got 7 minutes left here. We'll fade out, and then the second half we'll talk about Picard, and I've got a couple of bits of news as well. So we'll do sort of
So we've got 7 minutes. What did you think to the Predator trailer?
The Predator trailer, well, it's interesting because I've always had an affinity with Native American culture. I've always thought of it as a fascinating culture where the West, obviously the Europeans, they come over and changed their whole philosophy, and in many ways it was a very negative aspect for their entire culture. They changed it forever. So the idea of that era of primitive humans, where the predators are hunting them, where they haven't got the guns, they haven't got the machine guns, they've got bows and arrows or whatever, that is potentially very interesting. I'm cautious because the last Predator film I saw, I think it was called The Predator. It was either Predators or The Predator. I can't remember which way around.
Predators, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That wasn't that the last one? The last one was where he could change into Iron Predator at end, wasn't it?
I just thought that was bad. I thought the one before that was okay.
That was all right. It was bearable.
So I mean, is this like a streaming movie, or is it a proper box office movie?
I don't know. He said it was on Hulu or something. So
that's like a TV movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and a very expensive TV movie.
Yeah, but TV shows now, they are getting really expensive, aren't they? So
yeah.
I mean, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm cautious after the last Predator. So
I'm going to say, when I uploaded the trailer clip and you left a comment, I thought, I'll give it that. There was nothing special about the trailer. It was her hunting with her friend in the fields, hunting buffalo, and then you heard that predator noise, and then there was just them targeting on her face, and that was it. And I thought, that's interesting. There's nothing so much. This is clever.
Yeah, but a lot of the new trailers, they try to keep it as vague as possible, which I suppose in some ways is a way to entice you to watch it. You know, we've had another Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer now, and really we've not seen much at all. You know, there's hardly much of it featured at all. I think they're going to throw a lot of surprises. I mean, that's only next week that Obi-Wan starts. So there's 2 episodes next week, Friday week. So that's really cool. So actually, we've got a lot. We've got a brand new. So what we've got coming up to talk about. So we're going to carry on with Strange New Worlds on Thursdays, and then I think the following Thursday at the same day is the brand new The Orville. That's back. Then we've also got Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What a fantastic trailer!
Yes,
but like when I watched it. Well, let's talk about that trailer in second half because we've got 4 minutes.
Let's put it on the news section. But yeah, it was good. It looks interesting, and I'm very excited. I still think it's stupid that they're releasing it on the same day as Strange New Worlds. Release it on a Wednesday. Release it on a Tuesday. Because it's the same day as the brand new Star Trek series, which is the closest to a Star Trek series we've had in nearly 20 years. Yeah. Not a good idea. I'm sorry. I know it's a different network, but even so.
I saw the She-Hulk trailer last night. I've got one.
It looked like an Orion Slave girl. I saw a poster. It looked like an Orion Slave girl from Star Trek.
Oh yeah. They're all complaining about a chest ain't big enough. Yeah. Because in comics, I mean,
some people were moaning about anything, weren't they? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I saw it on Twitter last night. Shouldn't their ass be bigger than all? I did.
I know. Honestly, some people will never be happy whatever they
In
do.
the comics, I have to say she looks very nice, you know.
Oh, I'm sure, and I'm not going to go on about pages and sticking together on comics. And
No, let's not go there.
Okay. Well, look, that's good. I mean, let's talk about that a bit more in the Solo One Sci-Fi news. So at this point, we're going to go into our although we talked about it, it's the final focus for Star Trek Picard season 2. I want to talk to you about again.
Should we reset and come back because we've got.
That's what we're doing now. So we're going to fade out now, and then we'll be back in a minute with our focus of the week.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Here we go.
It's the Solar Sci-Fi Focus of the Week.
Right, so this week we are focusing for the last time on season 2 of Star Trek Picard. We have focused on it a lot over the last few weeks. Had we seen the last episode when we did our last show? I think we hadn't. We sort of finished it off.
I think we saw episode 8.
Do we not see the last one? I think you're right.
No, that way we went on that week. We did do, yeah.
Now, I mean, obviously, it's strange on this one because we were very excited in the first few episodes when it came on, and then it went wrong. Well, to us at least, I think we are similar to how we feel about it. The problem was that they were spent too much time in 2024, and it did literally go on for a few episodes between episodes 4 to about 8. I can't even really remember much going on at all. So let's first of all ask, what do you think of the actual resolution to season 2 when obviously it got to where it got to in the end? Is that good?
I reviewed it and I'm sort of sat on the fence with it. Yeah. You know, the Wesley Crusher thing took me back.
I got a spoiler from that. Some prat.
Oh, did you know?
I found that on YouTube, and I really was disappointed about that because normally Picard in the UK is shown on Amazon the day after it's shown in the States
on the Friday.
So therefore, by the time that I get to see it the day after, some twat on YouTube puts a thumbnail of Wesley Crusher talking to Data's daughter character. I can't remember the name, or the Sung daughter. And it really pissed me off because I would love to have got that surprise. But it was nice seeing it.
You know what? It was like seeing an old friend.
Yeah.
I was never one of the Wesley Crusher haters.
I was indifferent to Wesley. I didn't mind.
Yeah,
I didn't hate him.
He was just there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was just there.
He was either annoying or not.
Yeah.
You know, but I liked how the whole Traveller thing, that they were behind Gary 7.
Yeah, I thought that was a clever link.
I thought that was very clever.
Link. Yeah, I like that a lot as well because
and
it makes sense.
I like the daughter, Brent Spiner's, Professor.
I don't know.
Sung, whatever. I liked the ending. I liked it where she went off with them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting. I found a lot of the storylines sort of didn't go anywhere decent. There were no
resolution to the storylines. They just sort of
I wanted a massive resolution, especially with the Q thing. The rest of it was irrelevant. My interest was Q and Picard.
Sure.
And it ended up he's dying. We found out nothing about the continuum.
Why? No, we don't know. I mean, they might use that in the future. There might be some cause which we discover.
Yeah, but he's dying. You don't find out why he's dying.
No.
You know, and his thing was that even a god has his favourites.
Well, maybe that's why he didn't tell you. Maybe it's too hard for a human to understand why he's dying.
Maybe it is, but the whole point that he got all this happened was that he didn't want, because Q were probably alone.
Yeah.
And he didn't want Picard to. He thought he should have somebody in his life.
That's right.
I mean, that's my definition. That don't be on your own. Get back with that lovely woman who's waiting for you back in Chateau. And
Yes.
then I found the Rio storyline. I was hoping like there could have been a bit of a spin-off with him.
I was surprised he got left in the past with.
I was very surprised at that.
Because I would have thought that they wouldn't be allowed to. That's going to contaminate the timeline.
That's what I thought. But then again, he is a Starfleet captain, and he wouldn't do that. He knows the rules.
Yeah, but it's the butterfly effect. He could literally,
He could
So, literally. I don't know about that.
So, like, what changed the timeline? Was it sung with him, like, because upon the holographic statue was him. He was the father
didn't
of that.
Sun stop the Picard descendants for going on the space mission? And when she goes to space,
it just wasn't that though. What it about
I can't
him
remember what it was now.
She were part of it, and she went on mission, and the Romulan chick, she went and sacrificed herself.
That's right.
And she told Picard, she said, "You get off with my future self, you know, where in future." Now, we're happy for Picard to get off, because I think she's lovely, yeah. Anything she
Orla
thinks...
Brady. Orla Brady.
Yes.
She's, yeah, good
Beautiful
actress,
looking woman. And I found that... I liked it where he got off with her at the end. He said, look, you know, because she were going to leave. That was a nice result. But the big main thing, I found Brent Spiner's storyline, all that, he just ran into nothing, and then he pulled a file out. Again, another plot hole, Project Khan. It was called Project Chrysalis originally.
Yeah, but you know what that was about, don't you? You know why he pulled out that folder, don't you?
Yeah, because he creates Carnoonian Sun.
No, he creates the augments in Enterprise.
Yeah, but Khan
which are related, which are based on the Khan. Yes, it's a link to the Enterprise Future Sun, which is to do with Khan. That's what it was.
Well, the what was the war? The eugenics war wasn't fought in a massive war. The eugenics war. A lot of these augments that were on Earth back in the past, they were running corporations and puppet governments. How they were doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the background, that's the new version of it. Well, in the original series, they actually
1996, wasn't
it? Yeah, they actually had invading army, but they dropped it. What they did with these augments, they got themselves into positions of power and manipulating in the background. Because they were that intelligent, which I think, fair enough, I can accept that. It makes a lot of sense. But I found that his storyline with his daughter, it just fizzled out.
It did fizzle out. Yeah, there wasn't a resolution to that.
The whole thing with Rios, I would have rather have seen Rios take her and the kid into the future. I would have rather have seen that they go to a better world.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen as well, and in the end,
I would have preferred to have seen that, and they end up in a much better world where humans are evolved more and more, open-minded. But he stayed. And then we find out Guinan's got a picture of him. But wonderful! And they got married, and he had 50 kids, and he lived to 93, and he stood for president, and he changed.
It was a bit of a way of, it was a bit of kind of like a way to kill off a character without killing him off, kind of thing. Just like,
and then 7 of 9 was totally underused.
Yeah, she was. She didn't feature.
Totally under.
I would have thought she would have more interaction with the Borg Queen in the earlier episodes, and she didn't really. It was more the what's the one Alison Pill plays the character? I can't remember the name. The scientist who became the Borg Queen.
Well, yeah. I mean, we figured this out episodes ago.
Yeah.
I sent you a message that I've worked it out, and it works out where we predicted this. Were going, and it really annoyed me because when they went back to that, when Q just before he died, he snapped his finger, but he's in the first series apparently. Right.
I'm hearing contradictory stuff because
when he snapped his.
Sorry, it's a slight delay on here when I'm recording. I heard that Q and also the Orla Brady character, because when they finished filming season 2, there's a shot of her on Twitter where she's hanging up her Romulan ears. So I do think that if they're in season 3, it will be very, very briefly. The same as Q was really quite briefly seen in season 2.
Well, they wasted all that thing with that Confederation would have wasted time. All of it. Well,
Yeah, because it didn't solve any purpose in the end.
Because it didn't go anywhere. None of it
Yeah.
did it. And but the thing what really irks me more in all this was the Borg thing.
Well, you love
You know,
that in the
because
earlier
obviously
episode,
they've
didn't
set it up for the. I loved the Borg Queen when she said, "Oh, I like you because I like you. You've impressed me." That got me into it because you saw the malevolence and the sneakiness of this entity that's pure malevolent, and then the merge, and it all comes out that in every reality they've been defeated by Borg Slayers. Right, happens to be some equivalent to Federation. And that's why they conquered everybody, so nobody can conquer them. And then she says, well, what if we merged together and became nice? And we'll ask people to
it
join
didn't
us.
strike me as...
You know? And I were like, oh, are you... I thought, no. And then we jumped to that scene on Stargazer.
Yeah.
And he says, don't destroy... Turn off the auto-destructs, and it's her and she merges. And it comes out, there's this doorway, what is it? Attack? What they call it? A transwarp viaduct conduit. But they don't know where it goes, and there's something at the other side that wants to come through. And then she said, well, we'll guard it, and we'd like to join Federation because we're all fucking nice, you know. And we're all gonna give you a big hug. Give me a hug, you know. And it was like
it was a bit strange. It was a bit odd.
It was just it was odd. Now, so now a question I'm gonna put to you.
Go for it.
That since the Borg are all like they've joined the Labour Party, right? right. Oh no, they've joined the Green Party, right?
Okay. Oh,
right.
Sorry. Let's get.
They're in the Borg have now become the Green Party, right?
Yes.
So all that what Picard went through with Next Gen, did that happen? Best of both worlds.
I assume that they've evolved. The thing is, though, I mean, I've said this about Picard's Borg ever since they've sort of.
Yeah, but she went back 400 years and then went into the future.
Well,
she flew off the Delta Quadrant.
The whole of the reality, when at the end of the show, should be completely different because Picard was completely changed forever after his experience in the Borg. 7 of 9 again. Has
so you bet? Did any of that happen with Borg? Did any of it?
I don't know.
Because she nicked the ship, flew off the Delta Quadrant, 400 years in past, right? And then suddenly, so all that, did she sit in the background and let all that play out to the time when she...
I don't know.
You know,
I can't answer your question, I'm afraid, because I just don't know. I assume that maybe there's a... Well, I think it's non-interference, but...
what did she do for 400 years? So she went over, took over Collective, made them all in Green Party.
Maybe she played Tetris or something on the computer or something.
400 years. It was just a waste, wasn't it? It was just they had that marvellous actress, that Borg Queen, she was great.
Yeah,
and then they just turned it in. It was like this. It scrapes through. There's moments in there. Alright, it's better than last series, right? That is one thing. But there were no, unless these resolutions are going to come in third series, and then it all fits as one big thing.
It might be all linked together. I mean, they might try and do that.
So, but
I doubt they will, though.
I was disappointed with a lot of it, but there were moments that sort of pushed it through the door just enough. Maybe I'm going to watch it all again.
Yeah, I'm going to see it again.
And maybe I might get another appreciation. I don't know, but I doubt it. There were no resolutions to anything.
I do know that the Stargazer bridge that they're using, they're going to be using that again for season 3 as a different Federation starship. And of course, it's very obvious which ship it's going to be. It's probably going to be the Enterprise F, I assume, which we're going to see for the first time in season. Which I can't wait to see a brand new Enterprise. It might not be, but I can't see any other ship that they're going to bring back.
I'm looking forward to seeing Worf. Apparently,
he will look like Worf. He won't have the Discovery.
It better not look like one of them from Discovery.
No, they can't do that.
It better not. If he does, I'm turning it off. I am.
No, they won't do that. Apparently, I mean, I don't know how they got the rights, but since CBS and Paramount merged, I think that this 25% difference rubbish has now is no longer.
They've got rid of all that because
I think so.
Right.
So yeah, he won't look like one of those Klingorks from Discovery season 1, which looked terrible. So yeah, a mixed bag. I'm more excited for season 3, which I think will be the big one, and it really will be the end of the Next Generation. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do, whether they're all back in Starfleet on a starship. I think they really have to. I mean, I know that the actors hate wearing the Starfleet uniforms, but I suppose if they get offered enough money just to wear a uniform and do a bit of acting for a couple of months, whatever it is, then hopefully they'll do that. I just want one last season with the Next Generation cast. They're all there, apart from, I don't know how Data's going to come back. I think it's going to be a hologram, personally. I think somehow he's going to have like a mobile ability like the Doctor.
Well, it's Brent's. No, it'll be the great-great-grandson of Data. You know,
Yeah,
the
well,
first
maybe.
series, it'll be him. That kind
Well,
of.
maybe, but maybe that's the closest they can do. You're probably right.
Well, there's no Wesley Crusher
No.
in the third series.
No, I thought apparently it's like I think he's doing all this hosting of stuff for the new Star Trek shows on Paramount Plus, and I think he kind of begged and asked and pleaded to appear on a official current Star Trek series. So they wrote that scene for him.
There's potential to get I would like to see a series off with the Travellers and their agencies. It were interesting as well how they protect the tapestry of reality, and that if one's Fred, there's always a Fred coming out, they have to put it back.
Yeah.
You know, and I found that quite interesting.
Well, I think they'll. Although
But we'll have to wait
I think
and
they'll
see.
go more with, because they're doing Section 31, which is not the same, but it's more in the background kind of thing, moving things for their
I
own
got
goal.
it. Can
So
you be bothered with that?
No, it's the one I'm least interested in, and the Starfleet Academy one. I'm not being that bothered about that either.
Is that actually happening? Have they started filming that?
I
Because that's
know
been meant to be filmed for the last 2 years.
I know it's in the pipeline. Are you talking about the Section 31 or the Academy one?
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh, yeah.
They keep saying it's going to be going ahead. It keeps getting pushed back again and again and again. I think it was announced before Picard was first starting production.
Yeah, what?
And now we've had Strange New Worlds and Picard. I think Strange New Worlds was after Picard, and it's still sitting there and not being made. I'm not that bothered about Section
It won't
31.
work.
I don't think it will work either.
Section
not
31 works best. It's background characters within a
The old
series.
the old story, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
like
really
it'd be great if they turn up in Strange New Worlds. I get it. It works. You know,
They could well
if they
do.
turn
They
up
could
in
well do.
Picard, it works.
Yeah.
But a full series, it's just not going to work.
No. So, okay. So let's ask you, out of 10, what would you give Picard season 2?
Out of 10, I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
All right, I'll go for a 6 because there were moments in it. It got through the door. It got through the door.
I was going to give it 6.5, so it's similar to you actually. I think 6.5 is a fair. It got through. It was just slightly better than Joe Average, but it could have been a lot better. So
yeah, it could have been
6.5.
It could have been something so special.
Yeah, it was.
You know, and they just squandered. It started off 3-4 parts were great.
Oh, those ones were like 8.5. I mean, they were right.
Yeah, because that's what we gave it. But then it went down toilet.
Yeah. So I think to balance out in the end for the season as a general, 6.5, and obviously 6 for you. So I hope that they make a better attempt for season 3. It looks like we're in for a good chance for some good stuff. But never get don't build anticipation too much, because it's horrible getting disappointed when you watch these things.
Yeah, but I wasn't disappointed. I was half disappointed, so it's not too bad.
Well, after season 1, which really was a mess, I really was kind of I wasn't too optimistic. So anyway, fair enough, Martin. Thanks for that. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad that we saw it, and it's there. And I think that I know that when I watch it again next time, I will enjoy it more the second time round. It just tends to be like that with these new shows. There we go. All right, I've got a few bits of news. Let's hit our jingle, and then we'll wrap up the show. Here we go.
Working.
Solar Sci-Fi
News.
All right, so a couple of things that I've just spotted that you might not have heard this one, but you might be interested in. I've heard, going back to my page for news on here, that Black Mirror is having a new series is happening. Did you like Black Mirror? Because I thought Black Mirror was
Yes, I've heard, yeah. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah,
The USS McAllister. I want
that was the best one with the Star Trek sort of like spook one. But apparently Variety teases a series with Black Mirror stories, even more cinematic in scope. But apparently a new series of Black Mirror has been worked on. And apparently the last episodes were done in 2019, a 3-part story in season 5. It originated on Channel 4 and it went to Netflix. But I mean, I've seen most of them, but the stories are very compelling and some very good ideas.
Well, it was like the one where they put this woman in prison. She was in there thousands of years, and she was only in there 90 seconds.
Yeah, I love all that sort of stuff.
Love all that stuff.
The Outer Limits did a lot of those sort of things in the 90s as well, and I love those sort of perception things. There was a great episode with O'Brien in DS9 called Hard Time, where he thinks that he's been in prison for like 20 years, and he's just completely got messed up. And of course, he was only in there for 2 hours or something. Yeah. And he was in this prison with HR, and it was one of my favorite. I've always been a big O'Brien fan. And Colin Meaney really hit the ball out of the field with that one. It was just a great story.
They did it in Voyager with Tom Paris as well, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Season 1. The one with the girl with the dog. I remember the one. Yeah, good point. Yeah. So, so Black Mirror. Hopefully it comes along. I'm a big fan of that, so that'd be cool. What else was other information I have here? I think that was the main ones. We talked about all the Star Trek and Doctor Who. You mentioned She-Hulk? Did you finish off saying about She-Hulk, or was there anything else you wanted to say?
Well, it's just trailer. It started in August. I'm quite excited. That's the Marvel side of me. I've not seen Moon Knight. I'm not bothered about it. She-Hulk, I'm interested in.
I've kind of lost a bit behind with the Marvel stuff, because obviously there's the new Doctor Strange movie which came out recently.
Fantastic.
I'll wait until that comes out digitally. I'm not going to wait and go to the
they're very good. Very good.
And of course there are some other TV shows going on, but hopefully that's quite good. So is She-Hulk a movie or is it a TV show?
TV show.
So it's like another one,
big budget.
Yeah,
like Loki and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, well, give that a go if I remember it. What's the thing I had?
Well, it's the big one now, isn't it? You know where we're going now, don't you?
Remind me, what is it?
When I saw that trailer a couple of days ago, I felt like my friends have come home at last.
I've mixed feelings because I love the Orville, but I still think it's ridiculous. It's taken them about 3 years to finish off the season. When they stopped it, they were quite well into season 3 in production, and then obviously in February 2020 they pulled the plug. Now obviously all the productions were put on hold, but I'm hoping that it's not too little too late. I'm sure it'll be good, but I've heard that this will be the last season of the Orville, which is a real shame.
Apparently one of them said, Seth MacFarlane said, depends how it goes on Hulu.
Yeah, they don't know if it takes off.
If it's a massive hit, then they're all going to be signing new contracts.
Okay, well let's see how it goes.
Because he said he wants to do more.
Yeah, but obviously with Hulu, I don't know much about Hulu. I've never seen.
No, I don't. Is it an American? Is it American?
I don't know whether it's actually. What are people in the UK going to be doing for that? Is it going to be on a British network?
Well, it'll just magically appear.
Well, yeah, I know it'll magically appear, but what I'm saying is, can you legally find it online or from a streaming site? That's what. Isn't the Hulu affiliated with Disney in the UK?
I don't know. I don't know. I know that Paramount is not starting until 22nd of June.
It's June, yeah, next month. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but obviously we'll see it. We'll review it, and hopefully it's as good as the build-up indicates. Another series which is coming back soon, For All Mankind, season 3.
Yeah, fantastic trailer.
Yeah,
That trailer
I
had
assumed
me
you'd seen it.
eating at the edge of the. Yeah, I posted it. I watched it twice. That trailer was superb. It really kept. But I will not be watching that for 10 weeks.
Are you going to wait and do it, binge it all in one go?
Yeah.
Yeah. When does it start? Is it next month?
You
as well?
appreciate it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with
I
something
think
like
it
shows.
starts. Yeah, a load of it next month.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of stuff.
I mean, we've got enough to get through summer, and then it's all going to be a big Star Wars thing. And,
We've got
Doctor all over
Andor
Christmas.
and the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Ahsoka is coming along as well, and I'm still no news on the new Boba Fett though. Whether Boba Fett's going to go to season 2 or not. It's going a bit quiet, so I'm starting to think that it's not going to happen. So
I think they'll be. Yeah, they're going to do it.
You think they will?
Yeah.
I think it's
I'm
strong
not-
enough to have a second.
I'm not bothered about Andor.
So would you rather have Boba Fett season 2? I mean,
Yeah.
you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
You've not seen Andor yet, so it might be really good though.
Well, I'll take a look.
But
I'm
Boba
not that
Fett's
bothered
more-
because to me his story got resolved in Rogue. What is it? Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah, I know.
It's,
a bit of a
what's the?
strange
I
way
don't
to
want to
go.
know about his past. Thank you. I'm not interested. I mean, you know, they got nuked to end and that was it. You know,
Yeah,
we've done
it's-
that. Move on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Prequels don't always work, but then I suppose you could say the same about Christopher Pike. We know how he's going to end up in a wheelchair, and they're doing a backstory of him.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
you know what I mean? That's what I'm
true.
saying. It's just an example of, you know.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Just
you
saying,
make
just
a
saying.
point.
No,
there.
all right,
You
no,
don't-
let me just say,
don't-
in your defence, Christopher Pike is a much more long-term, bigger icon in science fiction than Cassian Andor in Rogue One.
Andor,
Just in
yeah.
one film.
I mean, what they're going to do with it is going to be how he joins the Rebel Alliance.
And then he
They'll
dies.
kill his family off,
Rogue
and he'll
One.
join them and meet somebody and get inspired. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like I said, it's apparently it's quite a long season as well. So I assume they've got some. interesting-
Really?
12 episodes or something.
Bloody, that's long, isn't
I
it?
think the last I heard, it's quite a long season. So
Right.
yeah, so it's gonna basically that'll keep us going in the autumn until the Mandalorian, which I assume will come back in sort of like.
Yeah, I want the
December or
Mando
something.
back.
No,
He should
God,
be
it's been a
back
long
where
time.
he belongs.
Where's that?
The Mando in front of my television.
Oh,
while I'm
sorry, I
watching
thought you
him,
meant.
yeah.
I thought you meant on the show. Where's he
I
on the
bought his
show?
helmet. Yeah, I got his helmet. You know.
Did you?
Yeah, I've got his helmet. I went to
Do
his
you like
comic
his
room.
helmet? So you like the Mandalorian?
I just shut
Well, if you want to share that with the world, then.
I want him
good.
back on the TV.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. I mean,
I'll
we
tell you
had
what I did.
that- Go on.
I bought Ahsoka's lightsaber actually.
Oh, okay. I quite like that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that looks good. It's never very good
Yeah.
this video thing.
You can detach the blade. It's
Oh, have you got the
The what?
The Solo One poster as well?
The what?
'Cause obviously, Solo One poster.
yeah, I've bought. Yeah, that's going up. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I've
all ready to go on the wall. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
That's my most prized possession.
I wouldn't go that far. I think you've got better things to talk, especially that helmet of yours that you keep going
Sit
on.
there all day just staring at it.
That's episode 47 over there. That's episode 53. No, it's good.
Yes.
It's good fun doing that. But I actually think it turned out quite fun.
No, it's
but-
going on the wall. It's got to go in the right place. But it's ready
Oh,
to
yeah,
go.
yeah. Well, it's kind of like a
I'll
reminder. of
send
what
you
we've
a
done.
picture. I'll send you a
Oh,
picture.
thanks. I'll share it if you want to. I'll share it on with our YouTubers and stuff. Well, look,
No.
Marcel, I think let's wrap up now. So, unless there's anything else you're in.
No, we forgot Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay. So, what do you think? We talked about the trailers. Did we talk
Well,
about
they've
them?
released that new trailer last week, didn't they? The final trailer.
It's still not got a lot of stuff from it. It's still a bit.
I think
What
it
do you-
looks marvellous.
You like it? You're looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Yeah.
I think so too. I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those things that's taken so long to get here. It's been like an eternity since they've been announcing this show, and it's kind of like, let's just get on with it now. But the first week we get 2 episodes in 1 week, which is quite an interesting thing. So at least then you can literally binge at least the first 2 episodes on one night. I mean, hopefully the episodes aren't like 25 minutes long.
Is that it starts next week, doesn't it?
Yeah, Friday week. Yeah. So episodes 1 and 2.
Right.
But please, can they be about 45 minutes long, not like 25 minutes like Mandalorian?
I can't do without. You know when they did that with Mando, didn't they?
But I'm wondering whether they're doing.
Really annoyed with that.
But they might be releasing 2 because they're both short. That's what I'm wondering. I might be wrong.
An hour.
I might be wrong. Well, that's what I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's just that some of these episodes are really short and they're just too short to really enjoy, because I can't get into a show for half an hour. I need at least 45 minutes, I think, for an episode. But you know, it's not like a sitcom, is it? You need something more than that. But whatever happens, we'll be reviewing it, checking it out. It's got some great cast in it. It's got the people behind it who know Star Wars. So yeah, let's bring it on. Right, on that note, I'm going to wrap up. Unless there's any last words from yourself.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
See you next week.
Shall we try and find the guy singing Star Trek Next Generation again and get him on again for the 1500th time again?
We're like his private fan club, aren't we?
Well, I know we have played his tunes about 25 times now, but it's just, I just find them quite compelling to watch.
Yeah, yeah, definitely put him on his hilarious.
So next week we're going to review The Omega Man, which is a film I really like. And
the Charlton Heston one, yeah.
Charlton Heston one, yeah. It's the second one of the 3 versions. And I want to get your perspective on that. So
have we done Sequest DSV yet?
I need to watch them. I've got them, but there's a lot to watch.
Right.
Same as Blake 7. There's some shows that I've got and I've seen bits of, but I've probably not enough to bounce off with you all the respective stories.
No, that's fair enough.
But I will eventually at some point when I get the chance. Sequest I want to do, and Blake 7 too, which is a big one, but that's a 4-seasoner as well. So it's on the shopping list to be done. So I will make sure I do that. Martin, thank you very much. We'll see you next week, and live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Star Trek The Next Generation. We're trekking across the universe. Jean-Luc Picard, Data Worf and Troy, Dr. Crusher, Geordi LaForge. Star Trek The Next Generation. We're trying to see who gets there first. Jean-Luc Picard, Data Worf and Troy, Dr. Crusher, Geordi LaForge, Riker. There they go in a big tin can. Give me warp 5 fast as you can. Star Trek The Next Generation and CC-1701.